the second part, which is vertical slide. So to do that, which is made out of cast steel. So to do that, so first we need to come down to this. So here we have this is the front view and this is the top view and this is the side view. First we are going to create this, wherein you have a radius of 100 and we have this width which is of 100 here, and then with reference to the with reference to the center, and the block has got 40 mm from here to here. So to do that, first we will go to the new, go to isometric part, then go to tools, click on order, then disable base, enable the base reference planes, then go to home, click on sketch. So here we need to start from the top plane because we have to start from the top view. So to do that, so I'll go to sketch, click on this top plane, and then go to include or project to sketch, click on this and click on this. So now with reference to this, if you are considering this as the reference plane, so from here it is 100, so you take about 100 mm from here. So go to offset, take the distance as 100. So from here you offset this distance. So first we need to get the center of this, and then go to extend to next. So we're going to get this and go to circle and take this take this fit. Now you just go to circle, take this end point and take this as the intersection point, so which is going to be radius 100. So then go to offset, you select this offset distance and take 100 mm on these two sides, and go to offset, take the distance as 100, so which is 50 on these two sides. Then from this here we have, from here it is 5 mm, so that means you have got to have 40. So go to offset, take the distance as 40. From here you take the distance as 40 and go to trim corner between these two and between these two, and then go to trim this side, and then go to trim corner between these two and trim corner between these two. Then go to delete this line which is not required, and also it is not required here. So now, so from here you have the center which is offset 40. So from here to here it is 40, so there is a distance of 20 mm. So go to offset, take the distance as 20. So you come down to this, and then here you take 40 mm on this side. So you just go to offset, take the distance as 40. So from here you offset to 40, and then on this side you have offset to 35. Go to offset, take the distance as 35. So from here you take it on this, and then with reference to this there is a 25 mm. So if this is 25, then this will going to be how much? 65. So go to line, go take the intersection point of this and take 100 angle 65 degrees. So with reference to this, if you are considering, then this will going to have 25 degrees now. So similarly, if you take it on this side, again you will going to have 25. So 90. So if this is vertical, with reference to this vertical, you are going to have 25. So it will be 90 plus 25, it will be 115 degrees. So to do that, so go to line, take the intersection point of this, then again at the rate of 100 less than 115 degrees. So again you can see with reference to this angle, you can see it is 25 degree. So once you get this, so then just go to select select this line, the center lines, and you delete these lines, and then go to trim corner between these two, then go to trim these two, and trim this and this. Similarly, you go to trim on this side. So once you do that, so go to close sketch. So now here, once you have this, so now what is the total distance? We have 240 mm with reference to this. So go to home, click on extrude, click on this, and you take the distance as 240 mm. So take it up to the top side. So now you just have a finish. Now once you get this, so next come down to this portion. Again there is a slot here. So this slot is at a distance of 5 mm from here, which is, and create these two. So to do that, so go to, and you take the distance of 5 mm from the parallel plane. So go to home, click on sketch, so click on this plane, sorry. So here click on home, click on sketch, so take on parallel plane, select from this plane at a distance of 5 mm and create this. Now to this, so what you need to do is, you have a radius of 115 on this side and also radius of 115 on this side. So to do that, so go to project to sketch, click on OK. So click on this and go to circle, take intersection point of these two and take the radius of 155. Sorry. Click on circle, take the intersection point of these two and take the radius of 115 on this side. Similarly, fit. So now once you have this, again you have a radius of 115 from where it is from this point, offset 35, and from there you have a radius of 150. So to do that, so come down to this. So here go to offset, take the distance as 35 mm from here, and again go to circle, take the intersection point of this and take the radius of 115. So now you just so here you go to offset, take the distance of 115, and from here go to in project to sketch. Okay, you just click on this and go to extend to next. You extend this till here and go to circle, take the end point of this and take the radius of 115. Now once you get this and go to project to sketch and say OK, you click on this and click on this. Now similarly you just come down to trim. So trim these two. Similarly trim on this side and also on this side, and then delete these things. It's not required now. Then come down to this. So come down to trim corner between these two, between these two. Now you just go to close sketch. So click on home, click on extrude, click on this, accept, then come down to from to extend, click on the right click, from to extend, click on this and click on this, so that you will going to get the model. Yes, so you come down to sketch, home, click on sketch, so click on this plane and then click on project to sketch. Okay, click on this and also on this line and also on this line, and come down to line command, draw a line at some distance here, and then go to trim corner between these two and between these two and between these two, and then between this and this. So then go to close sketch and then click on cut, home, click on cut. So click on this plane and cut it off this side. So once you get this, now we need to go for a tap. so this tab which is of M20. So to do that, so go to home, click on hole, click on coincident plane as this plane, and then come down to this whole circle, come down to tab, take the thread which is of M20. So come down to this, you would make it M20. Okay, so then to whole extents and say okay. So then go to project to sketch, click on OK. You select on this, and the distance is at 35 mm. So go to offset, take the distance as 35 mm. You select this line and offset, and come down to whole circle options. So you take this as the intersection point, and then go to close sketch, and you get into finish. So once you get this, now we can see there is a thread inside on this side. So similarly, again you have one more thread which has to be done here, which is of M16. So through all, which is at a distance of 88 mm. So from the this hole to here it is 88 mm. So to do that, so go to home, click on hole, click on coincident plane as this plane, and again come down to this. So you take a thread, make it M16. So come down to M16 to whole extents and say OK. So click on project to sketch. OK. So you click on this and go to offset, take the distance as 35 plus 88. So that is the distance what you need to consider. So from here you take the distance and then go to project to sketch, click on OK. You click on this and go to extend to next. So you extend this line till here and then go to close sketch, then come down to whole circle options. You take this endpoint, then go to close sketch, and then click on finish. So you have this has been done now. So now the next portion what we need to do is create this portion here, that is the extruded part which you need to create now. So to do that, so which is again from here there is a 9 mm gap, and then from there you have a radius of 15. So to do that, go to home, click on sketch. So click on this plane and then project to sketch. Okay, you just click on this and then take 9 mm center. This tab and this everything will be on the same line. So you just come down to offset, take the distance as 9 mm. So you just come down to this and click on this and then go to project to sketch, say OK. So click on this center and then go to extend to next. You click on this and then go to circle, take this endpoint. So what is the radius or the diameter? What you have is the radius 15. So you take the radius 15, then go to offset, take the distance as 15 mm. So from here you take 15 and also from this side, and then delete this line and also this line. Now we go for project to sketch and say OK. So click on this and go to trim these two. Okay, trim this and then go to trim corner between this and this, between this and this. Then go to select, delete this line and then go to close sketch. Then go to home, click on extrude, select from sketch on this. So you need to give depth. How much is the depth? What you need to give is the distance of 25 mm. So to do that, so you just give distance 25 and say this and say finish. So now once you do that, now we will going to have the whole portion to be done. So the whole portion of diameter 16, So go to home, click on hole, click on this, and then come down to the whole circle option. So here you need to create a hole of drill. So what is the diameter of the hole? The diameter of the hole is 16. So you just give 16 mm and say, then say OK. So here through all, through next or through all you take and say OK. So take the center of this and say close sketch and then finish. So now we have, there is a hole inside which has been done. We can see here there is a hole. So once you do that, so the next portion what you need to do is we need to create a under depth here. So the depth is of about a 20 mm depth, which is from this side there is 1.5. So that means you are going to have a 1.5 mm depth of a 20 mm depth. So to do that, so you'll just go to rotate and you just come down to home, click on sketch. So click on this plane, and so that you will going to have the project to sketch and say OK. So click on this and go to offset. The distance is 20. So you take the distance as 20 and then this dimension is 30. So you just take these two. You just go to project to sketch. So OK. So click on this and click on this and go to trim corner between these two, then again between these two, between these two. Once you do that, go to sketch, click on home, click on cut. So click on this and take the distance as 1.5 mm and say finish. So once you do that, so we have this portion has been completed. Now the only left portion is only this tab. So this tab has to be done at a depth of 30 of M6, which is at a distance of 9 mm from this end and also 13 mm from the bottom. So now this is on the which side. Suppose if I go for the home and you just come down to this sketch. So here we have it on the left hand side. So that is on this side we need to create. So we need to create on this side, which is on the bigger side of 40. Okay. So to do that, go to home, click on sketch. So click on this plane. And now here go to project to sketch. We just go to close sketch. Now you just go to home, click on hole, click on coincident plane as this plane, then click on this. So what is the dimension we need? So the dimension is M6. So you go to tab. So go to M6. Okay. Then to hole extent. Through next. Click on OK. Now you just go to project to sketch and say OK. So from here it is this side is 20. So from this side I have taken this dimension and also from here. So offset on this side. So you just go to offset, take the distance as 13. You just take the distance as 13. So from here you take 13 and also from this end offset you take the dimension as 9. 9 mm. So you take from here this distance as 9 and say close sketch. Sorry, you just come down to this. So take this dimension of M6 and say close sketch, and then you just go to finish. So now what you have is the tab. So we have this tab which has been done here on this side. Now we need to create a pattern. So to do that, so go to close, click on home, click on pattern, click on feature. Now click on feature, you just click on the hole and say OK. Click on the coincident plane on this plane. Now we need to go for the pattern of a rectangular pattern. So to do that, so here close sketch. So now we need to go to home, pattern, click on feature. So you'll just click on the hole and I will say OK. Click on the planar face on this face. So we need to create it's a circular pattern. We need to create a rectangular pattern. So to do that, rectangular pattern. So now we have on this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to have 5. So we have the on X, that is on this side, we have 5, and Y we are going to have 1. So Y is 1. So click on the first point. I will take the center point of this. Then the width is, so from this here 50, it will go to become 200. So the width is 200. So we are going to write 200 here. Enter the height as 0.1. So I will say click for the first point. I will say center of this. So then this is the height. You are going to take this. So height as 0.1. You will just go to 0.1. Give one non-negative value. So once you do that, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, you just go to finish. Then go to finish. So this is how we can create a pattern here. If you say just zoom window and if you try to look at it, so we can see there is a hole of 5 holes which has been done of this particular dimension of M6. Once you do that, so go to isometric. So now we have completed all the drawing, all the operations in this particular model, and now this has been finished. Now to do the properties, go to application button, go to information, go to material table, and say the part of this will going to be the vertical slide, which is cast steel. So you just come down to cast steel and say apply to model, and then go to application button, go to information, go to file properties, and here your summary, you type vertical slide and say OK, and then go to save. Click on the part 2, which is the vertical slide, and say save it. And this is how I can create this model.